Om everyone. We will now begin. We'll start with 3 ohms. Today we will do the same like yesterday. So I know some of you had some questions. We will be doing the puja every day. So we will do a short talk and then the puja every day. So make sure you have all your samagri. And I know it can be too much to get flowers all the time. So please feel free to use nuts, akshata, whatever it is that you would like to use in your homes. Okay? The most important element of the puja is utmost devotion and love. So we'll begin. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We begin today's Navaratri celebration with reveling on Durga Mata. Yesterday, we talked about how Navaratri is a celebration of 9 nights, with the first 3 nights being dedicated to Goddess Durga, next to Goddess Lakshmi, and next to Goddess Saraswati. Today, we will talk about all the 9 nights being celebrated towards Goddess Durga. Some places in Bharat celebrate also this way. And this whole festival called Navaratri in the form of Nava Durga celebrates the journey of a woman. It celebrates womanhood. And that's why in Navaratri, we've asked all of our children every day to do namaskar to our mothers, because mother is that embodiment, is that actual avatara of Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati Devi. The first day, according to the Nava Durga Puja, is where we worship her as Shaila Putri. Shaila Putri means the daughter of Shila, the daughter of a stone, of Himavan. So this was where Parvati Mata reincarnated. She took her next birth after the Sati avatar, where she gave up her body. So the first day is Shaila Putri, where we worship her as a young daughter. And we worship her as somebody who's very pure, someone who's very innocent, someone who has the curiosity to learn about the world, and also someone who is very strong. Please note that the daughters in our scriptures, all of them possessed excellent might. If we just think about Sita Mata, she's the one who could pick up the Shiva Danush when nobody else could in her Swayamvara, except, of course, Sri Rama. So the first day, we really think about Durga Devi as the daughter of a house. And it is said when a daughter comes to the house, that house is indeed blessed, because the woman is the seat of culture. When a father teaches, maybe 1 or 2 people in the house learn, but when a woman teaches, the whole entire house learns. So having a daughter in the house born is a very auspicious day for many. The second day of Navaratri, we now invoke Goddess Durga as Brahmacharini. So now she is growing up. And you know, when Mother Parvati started growing up, then Narada told her to do lots of tapasya to get a husband like Lord Shiva. So the second day, she is shown as, very just wearing white with a japa mala in her hand and a kamandalu also. And she is just doing severe austerity. This is a stage wherein, for both male and female, when we are in our teenage years, when we are going through school, we do severe tapasya, we go through severe discipline, because the primary thing there is to study and to learn. And it is this time when Parvati Mata did her intense tapasya for thousands of years. And that's where she gets the name Aparna. She gets the name Aparna because she gives up. She gives up drink. She has very minimum food. She eats leaves, and eventually she gives up leaves also. And that's Parna means leaves. Aparna means the one who doesn't eat leaves also. And she becomes very frail and very thin. But it is this when she gets that extreme strength derived from tapas. So the second day, we worship her as brahmachari. What happens on the third day? Now she gets ready. She gets ready to be married to Lord Shiva. And you all know the story that, Kamadev shot that arrow to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva awoke. And eventually he marries Mother Parvati. Now, in here, what happens is this beautiful lady, Parvati Mata, is going to be married to Lord Shiva. Now, you all know how Lord Shiva looks. Bhuta, Preta, with all the skulls and his jata, and he has this host of ganas and all of these people with ashes and vibhuti all over coming to receive Mother Parvati. So obviously her mother is distraught. This is who I'm giving my daughter to. And it is said at that time, Mother Parvati changes her form to Chandra Ghanta, where she rides on a vehicle and she's got multiple arms and multiple weapons. And she says, if my husband is going to look like this, I'm going to look like this. Because if he's strong, I'm also going to be strong. And she prepares herself to face this married life, which is not easy, because everybody knows that when you marry, you don't marry the person, you marry the entire family. So she comes strong with all her armor, with all her might, and she says, whatever you bring to me, Lord Shiva, I am ready to face. And she comes as this embodiment of strength called Chandra Ganta, where she has that moon, the bell-shaped moon on her forehead. The fourth then is very nice. She comes as fourth day Kushmanda. It is said here where she is going to give birth. So this fourth stage of a woman's life is when she's pregnant and she is there nourishing the baby. And it is this where that quality of titiksha, endurance, perseverance, because there is so much heat in that body, there's so much weight in that body, that she carries that child for 9 months. And so we worship her as nourishing creation. Without her, there would be no creation. The animals wouldn't spring forth. The babies wouldn't come out, human, animal, plant, tree. She brings forth this entire world of beings. And therefore, the womb of creation lies in her. And so on the fourth day, we worship her as Kushmanda, the one in whose womb the whole creation lies. And on the fifth day, we then worship her as Skanda Mata. This Skanda Mata is the mother of this Kartikeya. And so she is shown with Kartikeya in her lap. And she is also the mother of Sri Ganesha. And this avatar of a mother is just quite astonishing, because we know that like Durga Devi, the mother also has infinite arms. She doesn't have two hands, she has infinite hands. What is it that a mother doesn't do? She is that teacher of the whole household. She, from the child, when the child learns how to walk, how to eat, how to go to the bathroom, how to write the alphabet, that mother is the first guru. Matra Devo Bhava. That mother is the transporter of the house. Wherever the child needs to go, she makes sure that the child goes there. She brings the child. That mother, whatever we need, that mother will come and bring. I know this with my mom. So many times I need so many things. And the first person I always think about is my mom, because she seems to have everything. Anything that the child needs, the mother will always have. And I don't know what is it with mothers, but they always have it. And they never let the child down. And that mother is the caretaker of the entire house. She sees to it that everybody's okay. Everyone's had their food. Everyone has everything they need. And she's that handy woman. Something is broken, something you can't find, something is missing. That mother will find it and put it together. She plays so many roles. She's the master juggler. So on the fifth day, we worship her as that Skanda Mata. This is the mother of a child. Without that mother, where would the child be? Very often in our scriptures, we worship, beautiful heroes and heroines. But without their mother, where would they be? So the fifth is where we pay tribute to all moms. The sixth day is then where now that mother reaches her middle age, and she's called as Katyayini. It is this form where she is of immense courage because she's getting ready for that slaying of that Mahishasura. So this form is where she's ready to take anything that comes her way. Now her children are also growing older, and new challenges are facing her. And as they face her, she also has to change. She also has to change the way she mothers, the way she treats, the way she behaves. So on the sixth day, we invoke her as Katyayini. On the seventh day, we invoke her as Kalaratri, Kalaratri, the dark night. What happens here is when a woman reaches that stage of menopause, it takes immense strength to be in that stage because she goes through so many changes in her body, in her mind, in her surroundings, with the beings around her. So many life changes happen to her. And so she takes this Kalaratri form where her hair is down and she is ever ready to go. And she takes part in the slaying of this Shumbha and Nishumbha. So she gets this terrible, destructive form, which symbolizes utter strength to go through such challenges in her life. And no matter what happens, she makes through it. She doesn't give up. She doesn't give up. On the eighth day, after emerging from all of those challenges that she faces in those difficult times, she now gets this name, Mahagauri. And this Mahagauri is when that beautiful woman comes as a grandmother. And her quality here is grace and wisdom. Now, that grandmother of the house, you all know what a grandmother means. How grandmothers tell stories to their grandchildren. How grandmothers have all these home remedies. You're sick, you're coughing, that grandmother will come in and give it to you. How the grandmother brings culture, brings life, brings direction to the children's life. So it is in this stage where she's Mahagauri. From the Kalaratri, she's now glowing because she has reached that stage of grace, of wisdom, and she feels like her life is now almost fulfilled because she has passed down whatever she has known to her progeny, and she becomes this blessing to the entire world. On the ninth day, she's worshipped as Siddhidatri, where she is now complete and she's accomplished and she feels like she is completely one with the whole universe. She has lost her identification with her immediate family or with her relatives. She has taken the whole universe as her family. She has become one with the whole world. She has reached the perfection of enlightenment, and her very presence is a blessing to everyone around her. And so she is Siddhi Datri. And this is how a woman evolves in 9 stages. It's so beautiful that from, the whole Navaratri, when we think about Nava Durgas, it portrays womanhood from a child all the way to her stage of accomplishment. And this is found in our Durga or Devi Kavacha. So this is also another way of celebrating this glorious festival. So I hope that, you keep this in mind, and we must tell all of our young daughters, young parents, grandmothers even, we must tell them that in this festival, we celebrate you. We celebrate your glory. And that is the glory of Durga. So now we will do puja to the goddess in all of these forms, remembering all of these forms that she takes on. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead with our puja. So first, as usual, make sure you have all your materials with you. I hope everyone's pretty set. And make sure your puja vidhi is also with you. We will start with our Vigneshwara Dhyanam. Om Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vigno Pashantaye. We invoke Sri Ganesha to remove all of the obstacles that may come in our way. The next step is our Achamana, where we purify ourselves. So as always, you take your cup, take a little water in your palm, like this. Om Keshavaya Swaha. Drink. Next. Om Narayanaya Swaha. You drink. Om Madhavaya Swaha. Now the next one you will put in your palm, but you will put it down the bowl. Om Govindaya Namaha. You pour it down, you touch your right ear. Next is, we are going to do pranayama. So then we will kind of bring mental focus into our puja, okay? So you cover your left nostril with your ring finger and your small finger. Take a deep breath to the right nostril. And we chant Om 33 times. Chant Om in your mind. And inhale through the left nostril. Okay. Next is we are going to do the Puja Sankalpaha. So now, Sapna, I will unmute you if that's okay, and I want you to follow after me. Yeah? Okay. All right. So I will say, and then Sapna will repeat. And while Sapna repeats, you also repeat. And as usual, when we take the Sankalpa, you take a flower and some akshata on your right hand, and then you put it on your left hand, yeah, and on your right knee. This is when we are telling the Sankalpa of our puja. We'll chant. Om Mamopata
Om Mamopata
Samastaduritakshayadvara
Samastaduritakshayadvara
Shri Parameshwari Prityartham
Shri Parameshwari Prithiyartham
Asmin
Asmin
Shubhadine
Shubhadine
Shubhamuhurte
Shubhamahurte
Jnana-vairagya-siddhyartham
Jnana-vairagya-siddhyartham
Vidya-vinaya-praptyartham
Vidya-vinaya-praptyartham
Shri Satguru Prasada-siddhyartham cha
Shri Satguru Prasada Siddhyartham cha
Dhyana-vahanadi
Dhyana-vahanadi
Shodashopacharaihi
Shodashopacharaihi
Shri Bhagavati Devi
Shri Bhagavati Devi
Pujam Karishye.
Pujam Karishye.
Now you offer that into your bowl, those flowers and the rice. Yeah. Okay. Now we will do Ganesha and Guru Smaranam. This we can chant together. So as always, remember the Sankalpa. Our Sankalpa is always to pray for values. Jnana Vairagya. Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham, and knowledge, Vidya, Vinaya Praptyartham. So our Sankalpa is always that. An unending devotion at the feet of Goddess. We'll now chant Vakratunda together. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we invoke Bhagavan and Guru as we start this puja. Now we will get ready to do the Shodashopachara puja. So Sapna, in the Archana, I will ask you to repeat after me. So I'll unmute you again there. So now, first step is Devi Dhyana. So we will chant together Sarva Mangala Mangalye. Okay? Just think about the form of Devi in your mind. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Next is Avahanam. So you put your left hand here and your right hand touching Devi. Atha Avahanam And before each offering, we will chant Om Shri Durga Yai Namaha, then Devim Avahayami. Om Shri Durga Yai Namaha, Devim Avahayami. So from our heart, we ask her to come to the picture or to the idol that you have. You ask her to come here so you can worship her. Next, we will wash her feet. Athapadyam. So take some water. Om Shri Durga Yai Namaha. Padyam Samarpayami. Next is we will wash Devi's hands. Atha Araghyam. Om Shri Durga Yai Namaha. Arghyam Samarpayami. Next, we will give Devi some water to drink. Atha Achamanam. Om Shri Durga Yai Namaha. Achamanam Samarpayami. Next, we will give Devi a nice bath. So she had just come to our home. So we're washing her feet, her hands, and we can give her a nice bath. Now you can also give her a nice bath by actually doing this. You take a flower and you dip it in water and you sprinkle on her. Okay, so that's what we'll try today. Om Shri Durga Yai Namaha. Snanam Samarpayami. We can sprinkle on her so that she gets a nice bath. You can sprinkle on yourself also, so you can get a nice bath. Okay. Next is Vastra. So she's just taken a bath. Now we offer her a piece of cloth. So whatever cloth you have, if you don't have cloth, cotton, just something to give to Devi. You would take this plate now out and you move it. And if you have an idol of Devi, you would dry that idol very nicely and then you would put it there. Atha Vastram. Om Shri Durga Yai Namaha. Vastram Samarpayami. Okay. So now what you would do is prepare your chandan and kumkum. So put a little bit water. Make sure it's not too watery, but little water so that we can put that on Devi. Atha Gandhalepanam. Om Shri Durga Yai Namaha. Gandhan Dharayami. Gandhasya upari kumkumam samarpayami. Then you wash your hands in the same bowl. So you just take your spoon and you wash the kumkum chandan off your fingers so that you don't stain anything in your home. Okay. Now we will offer her a little bit of akshata, just a little treat, like an appetizer kind of thing. So, atha akshataha. Om Shri Durga Yai Namaha. Akshatan Samarpayami. So as usual, whenever we offer, use these 3 fingers and put it to your heart first. Next, we're going to offer her pushpa. So just a flower. Atha pushpam. Om Shri Durga Yai Namaha. Pushpam Samarpayami. Okay. Now we will do this archana where we're going to have a conversation with her and praise her in so many, many ways, 27 different ways. So I will chant the name. So as all like yesterday, I will do one name, Namaha. Then you repeat and you do. Okay. So Sapna, you will repeat after me. Huh? Okay. So I'm unmuting you now. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. Om Shriye Namaha.
Om Shriye Namaha.
Om Umaye Namaha.
Om Umaye Namaha.
Om Bharatye Namaha.
Om Bharatye Namaha.
Om Bhadraye Namaha.
Om Bhadraye Namaha.
Om Sharvanye Namaha.
Om Sharvanye Namaha.
Om Vijayaye Namaha.
Om Vijayaye Namaha.
Om Jayaye Namaha.
Om Jayaye Namaha.
Om Vanye Namaha.
Om Vanye Namaha.
Om Sarvagataye Namaha.
Om Sarvagataye Namaha.
Om Gaurye Namaha.
Om Gaurye Namaha.
Om Varahye Namaha.
Om Varahye Namaha.
Om Kamalapriyaye Namaha.
Om Kamalapriyaye Namaha.
Om Saraswatye Namaha.
Om Saraswatye Namaha.
Om Kamalaye Namaha.
Om Kamalaye Namaha.
Om Mayaye Namaha.
Om Mayaye Namaha.
Om Matangye Namaha.
Om Matangye Namaha.
Om Aparaye Namaha.
Om Aparaye Namaha.
Om Ajaye Namaha.
Om Ajaye Namaha.
Om Shankabhairye Namaha.
Om Shamkaverye Namaha.
Om Shivaye Namaha.
Om Shivaye Namaha.
Om Chandaye Namaha.
Om Chandaye Namaha.
Om Kundalye Namaha.
Om Kundalye Namaha.
Om Vaishnavye Namaha.
Om Vaishnavye Namaha.
Om Kriyaye Namaha.
Om Kriyaye Namaha.
Om Shriye Namaha.
Om Shriye Namaha.
Om Endraye Namaha.
Om Aindraye Namaha.
Om Madhumatye Namaha.
Om Madhumatye Namaha.
Om Shri Durgaye Namaha.
Om Shri Durgaye Namaha.
Okay, so now that we have worshipped her in so many, many ways, now we are going to offer her thupam. So now get ready to light your agarbatti. Wherever your agarbatti is. Atha dhupam. Om Shri Durgaye Namaha. Dhupam samarpayami. So offer her some nice fragrance. And then get ready to light your deepa. So we're going to show her some light next. Om Shri Durgaye Namaha Deepam Sandarshayami. Now we are going to give her something to eat. So whatever naivedyam you have, make sure it's open. Make sure it's open and there's whatever fruit, whatever sweet you have. And we will start to feed Durga Mata. Okay? Atha naivedyam Om Shri Durgaye Namaha Naivedyam Nivedayami Om Pranaya Swaha Apanaya Swaha Vyanaya Swaha Udanaya Swaha Samanaya Swaha Om Brahmane Swaha Brahmane Swaha Brahmane Swaha. Once she's done eating and we've offered her food, now we are going to do arati for her. So get your arati thalis ready. We will do a short arati for her. Om na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyato bhanti kutoyam agnihi tameva bhantamanubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. You offer her arati. You take arati also. And you show everyone Aarti in your home. Make sure they all take Aarti. And this is asking us to have the divine vision to see the goddess within. Whenever we do this, it's say, please give me the divine vision to see you within me. That's the significance of the Aarti. Very beautiful. Now we're getting to the conclusion part. We do Pushpanjali. So we will offer some flowers to goddess. Atha Pushpanjalihi Om Shri Durgaye Namaha Pushpam Samarpayami. Now we will do Pradakshina Namaskara. And if you can stand, please stand. If not, you can do this clockwise. We will go 3 times. And we will chant this Yani Kani Chapapani just to ask forgiveness for any wrong thing we have done. Yani Kani Chapapani Janmantara Kritani Cha Tani Tani Vinashyanti Pradakshina Pade Pade. Om Shri Durgaye Namaha Pradakshina Namaskaran Samarpayami. Now we will have what is called Rajopachara, where we entertain goddess. So we sing to her, we tell her how much we love her. So today we will start with Srikanth. So Srikanth, I will unmute you so that you can do your Rajopachara.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Shri Kamalangi ललिते श्रीकमलाम्बिके शिवे पाहि मां ललिते श्रीकमलाम्बिके शिवे पाहि मां ललिते श्रीपति विनुते सीतासिते शिव सहिते श्रीकमलाम्बिके शिवे पाहि मां राकचन्द्रमुखी रक्षितकोलमुखी राकचन्द्रमुखी रक्षितकोलमुखी रमावाणी सखी राजयो गसुखी रमावाणी सखी राजयोगसुखी शाकंभरी शातोदरी चंद्रकलाधरी शाकंभरी शातोदरी चंद्रकलाधरी शंकरी शंकर गुरु गुरु भक्तव शंकरी शाकंभरी शातोदरी चंद्रकलाधरी शंकरी शंकर गुरु गुरु भक्तव शंकरी एकाक्षरी भुवनेश्वरी ईश प्रिय करी श्री करी शुभ करी श्री महात्रिपुर सुंदरी श्री कमलाम्बिके शिवे पाहि मां
बोलिए श्री ललिता देवी की जय. We will now go to Sapna. So Sapna will sing her bhajan.
जगतो तारिणी माता दुर्गा जगतो तारिणी माँ जगतो तारिणी माता दुर्गा जगतो तारिणी माँ जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जननी जगत जननी जगत जननी जगत जननी जननी जगतो तारिणी माता दुर्गा जगतो तारिणी माँ जगतो तारिणी माता दुर्गा जगतो तारिणी माँ Jago jago ma, jago jago ma, jago jago ma janani. Jaya jaya ma, jaya jaya ma, jaya jaya ma janani. हे गौरी देवी रण चंडी देवी, हे शिव रमणी जागो मां. हे गौरी देवी रण चंडी देवी, हे शिव रमणी जागो मां. हे शिव रमणी जागो मां. जय जय मा, जय जय मा, जय जय मा जननी. जगज्जननी जगज्जननी, जगज्जननी जननी. जगतो तारिणी माता दुर्गा, जगतो तारिणी माँ. जागो जागो माँ, जागो जागो माँ, जागो जागो माँ जननी. जगज्जननी जगज्जननी, जगज्जननी जननी. हे गौरी देवी रण चंडी देवी, हे शिव रमणी जागो मां. हे गौरी देवी रण चंडी देवी, हे शिव रमणी जागो मां. हे शिव रमणी जागो मां. हे शिव रमणी जागो मां. जगदो दारिणी मां, जगदो दारिणी मां.
बोलिए श्री दुर्गा मैया की जय. Now I am going to ask Sapna to just do those few lines of Jago Jago Ma, and we will all do it with her just few times. And this I want you to just contemplate on Durga Mata. Then after 2 or 3 times, Sapna, we will pause and we will be silent. And in that silence, I want you to pray for your forgiveness. Many times today, these 9 forms of Durga Mata, these 9 forms of the great divine mother, we have maybe offended in some way. We have maybe taken advantage of them in some way. We have not appreciated them and we have not given them enough love, enough care. So today, when we are in our meditative silence, seek forgiveness for the forms of Durga that we fail to acknowledge in our very lives, our very mothers, our sisters, our daughters, our grandmothers, our friends. We will contemplate on that. Yeah? So Sapna, go ahead, do it 2 or 3 times. Let me unmute you. Yeah, go ahead.
Jago jago ma, jago jago ma, jago jago ma janani. Jago jago ma, jago jago ma, jago jago ma janani. Jago jago ma, jago jago ma, jago jago ma janani. Jago jago ma, Jago jago ma, jago jago ma janani. Jago jago ma, jago jago ma, jago jago ma janani.
Today, we pray to Durga Devi to acknowledge her presence in all of the beautiful and wonderful women that we know in our lives. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Now, we will conclude the puja. So, as always, we might not do puja all the time, but we say with our words, with our thoughts, with our deeds, please help us worship you. So, we will chant together. Kayena vacha manasendriyerva buddhyatmana va prakrite swabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanaayeti samarpayami narayanaayeti samarpayami. Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Take some water in your right hand and you pour it down the bowl to signify the completion of the puja. Now we tell Goddess, now you please come back to my heart and you please stay there. Om Tishta Tishta Parasthane Swasthane Parameshwari Yatra Brahmadayo Devaha Sarve Tishtanti Me Hridi. So we invoke her back to our hearts. And now we will say the Shanti Mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Harihi Om.